Ladies and most gentlemen, today we're going to talk about mounts. Of course we're going to talk about mounts. We always talk about mounts or allied races or very specific topics every time. More specifically, we're going to be talking about achievement mounts in Battle for Azeroth. Achievement mounts are nothing new. They've been in the game for a while now, but a lot of achievements have been added for things that people already probably have, but the rewards, maybe not so good. But we'll see, I'll show you them all, and you can make your decisions. So, first up is a unique model, and it is for the achievement Glory of the Wartorn Hero. Now this is for doing the special things to the bosses on Mythic difficulty in Battle for Azeroth dungeons. Quite a few, probably about the same amount as the Legion achievement. The mount looks like this. Is called the Obsidian Crowlusk. Now this is a new model added to the game in Battle for Azeroth, and I believe it uses the same skeleton as the crocodile from the Brawlers Guild. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it does. Very nice mount. It's got kind of a glaive on the front of it. It's a unique model in its own right. It looks very cool, and it's in Vol'dun. I believe the Sethrak run around on them. It's got kind of earrings on the glaive, which is a quite interesting feature on it. And it's kind of got earrings all over, actually. It's got kind of a ring one on the side of it as well. And I like it. I think we're going to see a lot of them in Battle for Azeroth and beyond. Because this is certainly not the only one on this list. And there is others that drop from, like, bosses and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's going to be quite a common mount when it comes down to it. So the next mount we're going to look at is called the Blood Gorge Krog, and it is from the Glory of the Uldir Raider achievement. Now, Glory of the Uldir Raider is basically similar to the other Glory achievements, where you have to do special things for each specific boss in the new Raid Uldir, which is the first one of the expansion. And it looks like this, which is another unique mount. I actually think it might use the Raptor skeleton. I might be wrong there. But it's very cool. Again, there is going to be a few of these jumping around in Battle for Azeroth, but it is such an awesome mount. It originates from the Blood Trolls in Nazmir, actually. You'll see a couple of those if you go over there. They use them as mounts, and they use them as pets as well. Very cool mount. It's got kind of blood on the feet, which is a nice unique feature. The saddle is really cool. It's got like a bag for some reason, which seems kind of funny. Yeah, it's got just nice kind of assets to it. I really do like this mount. I think it just looks really cool, and yeah, we'll be looking forward to seeing people running around that, because I am certainly never going to get the Glory to the Uldir Raider achievement. The next achievement mount we're going to look at is for an achievement called the Conqueror of Azeroth. Now this is a really cool and unique achievement because it's something that we haven't had achievements for in the past, and that is World PvP. Yes, World PvP achievements are coming in Battle for Azeroth because of the War Mode, and if you want to see a video on War Mode, click the top right of your screen right now. I've got a little video on explaining how all of that works. So I actually looked at this achievement and I thought this isn't actually too hard. You know, you've got Tour of Duty, Tour of Duty for each zone in Kultiris and Zandalar, and you've got to get 1,000 honor in each of these zones. Beyond that, you've got to pick up a war supply box, which I believe they just randomly spawn and everyone fights for them, similar to the Stranglethorn Veil thing. And then you've got a bounty hunting one and a Band of Brothers, which is basically some of the other achievements, but in a group. The mount looks like this. It is, again, the same as the Obsidian Crowlusk, but it's not obsidian. It's actually really cool looking, with like a kind of green tinge to it with a bit of red all over it. Again, as I said, it is the same model, but I really do like this tinge on it, and I think it's going to be obvious to see when a player is running around in it, because it's just more obvious. And it's actually a unique colour, which I haven't actually seen out in the world. So, yeah, I do really like this mount. And I think it's great that World PvP does have its own achievements. And I think people are going to really enjoy doing World PvP in Battle for Azeroth, honestly. And, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. It would be interesting if it had, like, a Horde or Alliance logo on it as well. But I think that might be taking it a little bit too far. But I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't be opposed to it, at least. The next mount we're going to look at is for 100 Exalted Reputations. Now, this is probably something that some people already have, 100 Exalted, but there hasn't been a reward for it. Now, this reward has caused a little bit of controversy. I'll explain why. Now, this is the Spectral Phoenix. Now, this is extremely similar to the guild pin that you get for just becoming Exalted with the guild. Very easy to do. And this model specifically has actually been in the game since Cataclysm, and it's actually in a video I made a long time ago about unused mounts in World of Warcraft, so that, and you know, I'm sure you've seen it around. It's a cool model, don't get me wrong, it's very cool, but 100 Exalted reps, the thing is with those 100 Exalted reps, you're probably going to get some cooler looking mounts from doing that in the first place. So I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's a little bit lazy, if I'm honest, you know. It's been since Cataclysm, so it's nothing new, it's nothing exciting, and it's just another Phoenix, sorry. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's, I guess, like, Ashes of Valar looks better than this, honestly, but yeah, it is what it is. So next up is a mount called the Biting Frostshard Core. Now, I can't show you this on the mount journal because it's not actually there for some reason. I'm not really too sure why. But yeah, it's not on the mount journal. So this is what it looks like. It's very, very cool. Again, it is another recolor from a mount in Legion. It is a recolor of the Gul'dan mount in Nighthold. But this one is such a drastic recolor. And I think in general, people like that mount anyway. And I think this in the kind of frosty colors looks really good. It works really well, especially on like the saddle, and just like they really haven't added anything to this mount. They've literally just changed the colors, and it just works. It just works so great. And honestly, I really do like it. And 350 mounts, again, there is a lot of people out there who have already got this achievement, so as soon as that pre-patch comes along, they're going to be riding along on this mount, and I'm sure they're very, very excited for that. I'm excited for them. Me personally, I think I have like 250 mounts, so that's just a pipe dream. That's just never going to happen. And this is on unique characters, so this is 350 mounts that one character can ride. That's, of course, something to remember, which I'm sure those mount collectors already know. But yeah, very cool mount. Even though it's a recolor, I actually quite like it. Speaking of mount collecting, the next mount is actually another mount collecting one, and this is for 400 mounts, and it is called the Tempestuous Sky Stallion, and it looks like this. Yeah, this is 400 mounts, ladies and gentlemen. This is 400 mounts in World of Warcraft, and that is a feat among itself. And this mount is, again, a model which has been in the game since Mists of Pandaria, with the inclusion of the Half-Steed mount, which is the blue recolor of this mount, which you've probably seen a lot on the beta. It's one of the mounts that you actually get when you join the beta for some reason, and pretty much everyone has it. And 400 mounts, and it's just a recolor. It is a very cool recolor, again, similar to the Biting Frostshard Core, but I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I really expected something unique for 400 mounts at the very least. So, me personally, I'm not that big a fan. I actually prefer the 350 mount. I'd love to know what you guys think, though, so do let me know. And our penultimate mount is the Quinn Show's Eternal Hound. Now, this again is a recolor of the Collector's Edition mount, I believe, from Mists of Pandaria. It's a very nice recolor again. Now, this one's a bit mysterious. It actually just says drop Island Expeditions, but when you filter, the reason I'm bringing this up is because when you filter it in the mount journal, you put achievements and it actually comes up. So potentially this could be related to Island Expedition achievements. At the moment, the achievements don't really show much at all. They are just they are literally just win Island Expeditions, and there's no real reward or anything like that at the moment. But, you know, beta is beta, and potentially, I mean, sooner rather than later, we could be seeing this mount pop up as some sort of Island Expedition achievement reward. I kind of like it. Yeah, it has wings and stuff like that, which is cool. And yeah, a bit random that they're bringing all these Mists of Pandaria mounts and all these unused colours, because this is, again, a colour that which has been in the game since Mists as well, so I don't know whether they're just placeholders. I really, really hope not. And finally, we're actually going to talk about another type of mount, which, again, is not on the mount journal or anything like that. It's really a bit of a mystery on, well, we know how we get it, we know that, we just don't know specifically the achievement to get it. And these are, of course, the Gladiators Proto-Drakes, and I'll show them on the screen now. There's a couple of colours of them. They're very cool. They're basically just the Proto-Drakes from Northrend, but I kind of do like them. And I think there's a nice little addition on that. Now, the question really for me is why Proto-Drakes? You know, we're not going back to Northrend. This has nothing to do with Northrend. Northrend, the Proto-Drake is native to Northrend, so honestly, not really too sure on that one, and I'd love to know what you guys think. So guys, that's pretty much all I got to say about the many new achievement mounts of Battle for Azeroth, and a little guide on how to get them all. Obviously not going to go into too much detail on each one, because, again, we'll be here all month. So let me know down below what your thoughts are on all of these mounts. Do you think some of them are a bit lazy? Do you think some of them are cool? Do you like any in particular? And do you have any already, like the 350, like the 400 mounts? And are you happy about what you're going to receive? I'd love to know what you guys think. And before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons and YouTube sponsors. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in that way, guys, link is down below. I've also just launched a brand new merch store as well. You'll see it on the end screen. It is also in the description down below. And if you want to check that out, I'll be very much appreciated. And yeah, So leave a like on this video if you liked it, guys, and subscribe if you haven't. Well, I also have a Discord channel with over 3,000 members. We talk about BFA, we talk about everything. We talk about achievement mounts, we talk about everything you could ever imagine. And guys, with that, I'll see you next time.